Namaste and a warm welcome to this recipe video. I'm Dr. Ishwar and I specialize in treating diseases through food, not through drugs. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to include more fruits and vegetables into your diet, and for a very important reason. Let me explain why first. See, when someone says healthy food, the first thing we think of is, oh, I have to cut down all of these things. I have to eat less chips and less fried food and less sweets, and I shouldn't eat the chocolate I've been craving, hiding in my fridge. I have to avoid all this junk food. But the easier thing to do is actually to forget about the things you need to cut down and focus on the things you need to eat more of. For example, start with the easy step first of eating more fruits and more vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are good for you, and this is probably the least controversial statement in all of nutrition science, and everyone agrees on this. So how do we eat more fruits and more veggies? I'm going to share some tips with you that you can use to include more fruits and veggies in your daily diets. In my clinic, when patients start a treatment plan with us, this is the first step that I advise for almost all my patients. And within just 1 or 2 weeks, just by eating more fruits and veggies, they see some amazing results. Many of my patients have seen their energy levels skyrocket. Their BP comes down, sugar levels come down, even cholesterol improves just with these two small changes. And the best part is it's easy to do. It's not that difficult. And I'm going to show you how to make it even simpler. We're going to start with a fruit salad. The first fruit, of course, A for apple. See, prepping an apple is really simple. All you need to do is chop it in half. Okay. And then you remove the stalk, and this is important. You need to make sure you don't remove this inner part. So this contains all the seeds, and importantly, it contains a lot of nutrition which is not found in the apple. So if we lose out on the seeds, then we lose out on nutrition that we could have got. And secondly, this part contains probiotics, good bacteria that are living inside the apple and inside most fruits are found around the seeds and near the stalk. So making sure you include those in your salads can help you to get more probiotics into your diet along with the fruits. You can chop it however you like. I'm going to chop them into slices. If you want it to be a little easier to eat, then you can chop the slices into half, like this. And that's your apple ready. Let's go to the next fruit. We'll go with a slightly more difficult one, papaya. A lot of people don't like papaya because of the taste, but I really love it. And especially when it's just ripe enough, it tastes delicious. The other thing is it's difficult to prepare. So I'm going to show you how to make that easy for yourself. The trick in preparing papaya is do not cut off this part, the stalk part. Keep it on until the very end. We start with the other side of the papaya. So here's what you do. You first take off this end like this and then start peeling the papaya top to bottom. Right now I only want to use half of it, so I'm going to peel only half and chop it in half. This half goes in the fridge so that I can eat it for dinner or tomorrow. We've removed the peel and now we're going to remove the seeds. I just take a spoon and I can scrape off all the seeds like this. And that's it, papaya is ready. You just have to chop off now the stalk which we were keeping for the very end. And your papaya is prepped. Now you can chop it in any size that you want. I'm going to chop it into cubes. Next comes our other big fruit, watermelon. Watermelon, I feel, is one of the easiest fruits to prepare, but a lot of people think it's really difficult. The reason is, a lot of people try to cut it from the inside out, but I go from the outside in. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say we're going to use half of this papaya. I first chop it in half. Okay, one half goes into the fridge and the other half is for our salad. So what I do is this part which has been cut, I go to the opposite side and I chop off the end. Now all I need to do is peel it top to bottom, just like we did for the papaya. Check it out. And that's it. Beautiful watermelon is ready. Now I can chop this however I like. Just like the papaya, I'm going to chop this into cubes. And finally, the difficult one, Mosambi. Everyone hates Mosambis. I don't know why. I think it's because it's difficult to prep. So I'll show you the easiest way to prep Mosambi. First part is, don't think about peeling. Just chop the whole thing into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3. 4 pieces. Now each piece you simply have to peel it. Remove the peel with your hands. It comes off so easily you won't even imagine, is this really Mosambi peel that we just peeled in 5 seconds? If you want to prep this further, you can always chop it in 2 pieces or 3 pieces. That's it. You don't have to worry about separating each individual piece because it's chopped up now and easier to eat. And I never remove the Mosambi seeds because they have unique phytonutrients that are not there in the fruit. So if you want to get the best nutrition out of your Mosambi, eat it along with the seeds. If you don't like the seeds, it's too bitter for you, you can remove it, it's fine. But if you are able to eat it with the seeds, then fantastic. Now for the really easy fruits, this is guava, and you know what to do with guava. Remove the ends and just chop. Guava is one of the easiest fruits to chop and one of the best, especially for diabetics. But if you have tooth problems, please watch out. Guava seed can be really hard, and some of my patients have even broken their tooth because of trying to bite guava too forcefully, especially elders. And if you are chopping guava, just eat it slowly, bite it gently, and that should solve the problem. And when you're chopping as well, be careful and chop slowly so that the knife doesn't slip and you don't injure your hand. And finally, the king of fruits, mango, which is my favorite, especially in this season. And the way that you prep it is you first chop it into 3 pieces. So keep it upright like this. You can remove the stalk like I've done and keep it facing vertical. Remove one side and remove the other side. So once you made 3 pieces like this, it becomes easy to prep. The 2 sides, you can simply chop them up as you like. I'm going to make cubes. And if you want to be fancy, you can even like chop it to some extent, but not all the way through. And this is the trick to make that mango, you know, that nice, yummy looking mango sculpture that you see on TV and recipes and ads. That's how you do it. You just chop it and make sure you're not going all the way through, and you get a delicious looking mango sculpture. You can, you can also chop it much smaller than this. And make it look even more attractive. But for our recipe, I'm simply going to chop it with the peel and make it into tiny pieces. Now this seed, this is something that we used to fight for in my childhood. Me and my sisters would be fighting for the ones to get the seed because you can sit and enjoy the juices from the seed for like half an hour and slowly slurp up all the juice. But what you can do when you're preparing for a lot of people at home is to simply remove the 2 sides from the seed as well, and then this part you can have an auction. Who wants the seed? And that's how you prepare a delicious fruit salad in minutes. Every fruit has its own unique taste, unique flavor, unique health benefits, and now you've learned the unique way of preparing them, so it's faster, easier, and when something gets easier, you do it more often, so you end up eating it more often. In general, I recommend starting every meal with a fruit. That's because fruits are among the healthiest foods that human beings can eat. High fiber, high water content, lot of vitamins, minerals, and importantly, phytonutrients which can keep you healthy, and importantly, phytonutrients which can keep you healthy and prevent lifestyle diseases. So the next time you sit down for a meal, first make a fruit salad, eat the fruits first, and then move on to the rest of the meal. You can also choose to add some toppings. You can add some nuts and seeds, some cashews, badams, pista, or you can add some dry fruits like some chopped dates, some raisins. You can even add some cashew milk and make it a fruit custard if you like. It's also really delicious. For most of the days, if you want to just make something simple, then these are hacks that you can use to make the fruit chopping really simple and easy. 2 minutes, fruit salad is ready. Next, let's move on to vegetable salad. Even more than fruits, people believe vegetables are healthy, and they are. Especially two categories, green leafy vegetables and cruciferous vegetables. So let's start with those two varieties. Lettuce is one of the easiest green leafy vegetables to use in salad, so we're going to use it first. How do you prep lettuce? The easiest thing, the most important thing to remember is prepare it the previous day. Wash it in water, spread a towel on your kitchen counter, and let the lettuce dry on the counter so that the morning when you want to make a lettuce salad, this is all you need to do. Count the seconds, see how long it takes. Done. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and your lettuce is ready for salad. Next is cruciferous vegetables. So cruciferous vegetables are the cabbage family vegetables. Cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, bok choy, arugula, Brussels sprouts, kale, noolkol, radish, turnip. These are all cruciferous family vegetable. Even mustard and mustard leaves, sarsung ka saag, all of them are cruciferous. What's special about them? They have a compound called sulforaphane, and sulforaphane prevents cancer, helps you prevent cancer, and the enzymes in cruciferous vegetables support your liver's natural detox processes. They also help to boost the immunity of your gut immune system. So they are the most important vegetables after green leafy vegetables that you must have in your diet every day. And this is how you prep cabbage and broccoli in an easy way. I think cabbage is one of the easiest vegetables to prep because all you need to do is slice it in half and then go at it. That's all. You just keep doing that until it's over. In case you're not happy with the size of these cabbage pieces, if you feel it's too thick, then the easier way is to simply use a grater. So you have your cabbage and you've chopped it in two. Now you just grate it like this. Grated cabbage is nice and long and it's really thin, so it's yummy when you eat it. So those are two ways by which you can prep cabbage easily. Next comes broccoli. Broccoli is just like cauliflower, it's quite simple to prep, so let me show you. What I do is I first remove the leaves. Now even the leaves are edible and you can eat them, so I'm going to remove the leaves and then chop them up finely. And then next, you see all of these pieces, they're called florets. You simply chop each floret individually. Start with the ones at the bottom. Okay, now see the bottom ones are all done, only the top ones are left. So what I like to do, I just take the top of this broccoli. Keep the stalk aside and then you can just split all the florets like this. If you have a little more of the stalk you want to take it off, you can do that too. And that's it, broccoli is ready. Now what do you do with the stalk? Do you throw it? No, you can actually eat it and it's delicious and tasty just like the head of the broccoli. So here's how you prep it. The top bit of the stalk, you can just chop in 4 pieces and it's done. Now this bottom piece is a little more tricky because outside part becomes quite fibrous and chewy, difficult to eat. So what you do is, you first remove the very bottom and then remove like the peel of the broccoli stalk. Once you've removed the peel, this inner part becomes quite soft and easy to eat. and done. Broccoli is ready. Some people don't really like raw broccoli, and if you want, you can steam this or blanch it for a few minutes. But something to remember while cooking cruciferous vegetables, the enzyme that makes them so amazingly healthy gets destroyed. When you cook it, it actually becomes practically useless for cancer prevention. So if you want to be the healthiest, either you can eat it raw, make sure you wash it well and eat it raw, or after cooking it, you reactivate the enzymes. How do you reactivate the enzymes? Easiest method, take 3 pieces of the broccoli, keep it aside, don't cook it. Cook the rest. Okay. After cooking, take these 3 pieces that you kept aside, chop it really small and add it back in. The enzyme in these 3 pieces will reactivate the rest of the broccoli. It's like a magic trick, but I think the biggest magic here is your health. When you eat this, gets so much better. Next, we have sweet corn. How do you prep sweet corn? Sweet corn is actually one of the easiest things to do. There are so many ways by which you can prep it easily. One way that I like to do is I just keep it standing up vertically and I simply chop all the way down. So you can do this, but it tends to run off a bit to all the sides. The other thing you can do is keep it down horizontally and do layer by layer. So you do this and then and you get some delicious sweet corn. Then comes the interesting vegetable, colored capsicums, yellow, green and red, and sorry, what am I saying? Yellow, red and green capsicum. 3 varieties. The way you chop them all is the same. Let me show you. You first chop off the top, the one that has the stalk coming out of it. Okay, now you remove the stalk with your hand. The entire remaining capsicum can be used. So I like to remove the seeds and chop it up really small. Because this is edible, but people don't like eating it, so I chop it up really tiny. You don't even notice it, and people end up eating it and loving it. And then the remaining capsicum. That's the top, and then for the bottom, I again chop off the bottom. Okay. And this middle part can be easily sliced however you like. I'm going to make long thin slices for today's salad. Capsicum done. Finally, the one vegetable that makes us all cry, onion. How do you chop onion? Remove the bottom, remove the top, and then it's up to you. You can chop it in any way you want. I'll show you the easiest one. Onion slice is ready. You want to chop it further, you can make them tiny. In fact, the tinier it is, the nicer it is to eat, but I don't mind onion. I like them sliced. And this is probably the most important part of any vegetable salad you make. This is amla, gooseberry. Now, amla has a unique superpower. We doctors do a test called lipoprotein A or LPA, and this is a genetic marker of cardiac risk, cardiovascular risk. Even if you eat the healthiest possible diet, follow the healthiest possible lifestyle, cholesterol is really low, but if your LPA is high, then you're still at a high risk of heart disease. And one of the only foods that has been researched and proven to help you reduce lipoprotein A levels is amla. So I include amla every day in every meal. You can chop it, you can grate it, you can put it in the salad, or you can make a pickle out of it. Today for this salad, I'm going to chop it. So amla has a core inside. You need to be careful because it's really hard, but you will be able to see lines on the amla. And as you see these lines, if you chop exactly along those lines, it's much easier for you to remove the core. So I chop along the lines from top to bottom. Now that it's chopped, I just have to do this and each part simply falls off. It's so easy. You can even take it out with your hand. See? That's it. Each section simply falls off. Last section will be a little bit tough, but just pry it out with your knife and you are done. That's the center part. You remove this part, discard it, and the rest of the amla can be chopped up easily. Then there are the three vegetables that everyone knows about: carrot, cucumber, and radish. There are 100 different ways in which you can prep them. Maybe the easiest one is to actually grate them. And all you need to do is take a grater, grate it down, and these three vegetables will be ready. Cucumber also can be chopped very easily. In fact, this is something most people know how to do very easily, just like the guava or the capsicum. If you're feeling really fancy, you can even add some raw papaya. This is the same old papaya that you get, but it is raw. It's not ripe, and you can grate this papaya just like you grated the carrots. Remove the peel and grate it, and you get raw papaya, shredded, grated, and you can use that in salads. It's delicious. In fact, it's a base for a Thai salad. You can try these, and there are so many more exotic vegetables and fruits that you can add in salad. Today we're going to show you how to make a basic salad with the vegetables that we have prepped so far. What's the most important part of a salad? For nutrition, it's the vegetables maybe, but for taste, it's the dressing. So I'm going to show you how to make a delicious salad dressing, which also happens to be fantastic for your health. We all know carrots have a lot of beta carotene. That's what makes them orange. But did you know, even if you eat one whole kg of carrot, you'll still not end up absorbing any of the beta carotene significantly, because the beta carotene is fat soluble. So unless you add a source of fat to this carrot, you're not going to be able to absorb the nutrition effectively. So how do you do that? You can add oil, butter, or ghee, but all three of them are not really the healthiest sources. The healthiest source of fats are nuts and seeds. So for this recipe, we are going to be using peanuts, specifically peanut butter, to make the dressing. Let's see how to do it. First is peanut butter from Sampoorna Ahara. Instead of salt, I'm going to use miso paste. Why miso paste? Because salt is actually not a very healthy food. The more salt we eat, the higher our BP, risk of stomach cancer, and even stroke. But miso paste, even though it contains a lot of salt, because of how it's made, the phytonutrients of the soya beans seem to protect you from the harmful effect of the salt. So miso paste is actually healthier than salt, and it's very salty in flavor. So I'm going to be using that for our salad dressing. Then some mustard spice, pepper powder, and for sweetness, date paste from Sampoorna Ahara. Sweetness is something that boggles people's minds. Okay, we shouldn't eat sugar. Can we eat jaggery instead? This is what everyone asks. But I tell them the healthiest sweetener is the whole food version. Like this date paste is just ground up dates. That's it. No other ingredients added. That makes it wholesome. It has a lot of fiber and phytonutrients in it. And it's much healthier than even jaggery. It has a lower glycemic index, lower glycemic load. And it's going to help you to keep your blood sugar levels steady while giving you a delicious salad dressing. In goes our date paste, and finally some water. Now we just blend everything up together and salad dressing should be ready. There you go, delicious creamy salad dressing is ready. Look at that, so lovely. You have the richness, you have the savory flavor, you have the pungency, the spice. It's all blended together with the sweetness, and I'm going to be adding lemon juice into this to give it that sour flavor and make it super duper delicious, well balanced flavors. Give it a mix and salad dressing is ready. Our salad veggies are prepped, salad dressing is ready. So let's make a salad. We'll put it all together into this bowl. It'll hardly take 1 minute and it'll be ready. Check it out. I'm going to first start with the lettuce and the cabbage. Next are colorful vegetables, yellow capsicum, red capsicum, and green capsicum. Then comes our broccoli. I'm going to add a few florets, onion, and amla. Also going to top it off with some yummy grapes. I know it's a vegetable salad, but fruits make a vegetable salad even better. Give it a good mix. Now our salad dressing. So creamy, so rich. And I'm going to top it off with some raisins and yummy looking pumpkin seeds. Finally, some parsley leaves to give it that antioxidant boost and delicious flavor, delicious aroma, fragrance. Look at that, two beautiful, delicious salads that we've got ready. If we give salads like this every day, I'm sure we'll all be eating healthy, right? And in this video, you learned how to make salads easily, quickly, and deliciously. So try this out at home, try these cooking methods. You can make pretty much any combination of these. They're all safe vegetables, safe fruits that you can try mixing together in various combinations. And the dressing that you learned, you can make so many different varieties. One day, try adding curry leaf. One day, add the parsley into the dressing itself. Add some basil. Add little extra lemon juice one day. Maybe take an orange and put it off into the dressing itself. So many ways that you can make different dressings, different combinations of fruits and vegetables and mix of the two to make delicious salads and enjoy these. And remember, it is best eaten at the start of your meals before you eat the cooked food to get the maximum antioxidant benefits from eating raw foods every day. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please comment below and let me know what you feel about it, and also if you have any questions. I'm Dr. Ishwar and I hope this helps you eat healthy today. Be blessed.